You're listening to The Table Talk with your host, Anthony Irvin, aka Spoken Life. Tune in every other Thursday starting at 7:30 p.m. Eastern Standard Time with me and a new special guest live on Facebook and Twitch. Let's start the show. What's up, everybody? Welcome to a brand new episode of Table Talk. I am your host, Anthony Irvin, aka Spoken Life. Welcome to episode 15. Thank you guys for being here. Really appreciate it. Hope you guys have had a great week. I know in the little East Coast area here, we just got done having a big nor'easter, so I've been shoveling inches and inches and inches of snow, so I feel like I can't even feel my body right now. But if you guys in the area have been dealing with the same stuff, let me know. I know up in northern Pennsylvania, some of the people had like close to 3 feet of snow. I think we had just a little over a foot, but it was really crazy weather. It snowed for literally probably, I think, like 2-3 days. It's something that I'd never even seen. It just kept coming down and coming down and coming down. It was insane. But thankfully, there wasn't any major casualties around, little, accidents here and there, but nothing too extreme. But so thankfully everything was okay, that nobody was stranded and we didn't have too many, big things happening. But then again, a snow day is a snow day for a lot of people. But tonight we have the very first band that's going to be on Table Talk tonight, and I'm very excited to be talking to them. It's actually just like last episode. I have a former bandmate of mine who was in this band, and he'd go a long way. So we'll have some more stories to get to tonight, and they'll have their own stories to be telling you guys. And they have a very special thing to be debuting tonight. They're going to be debuting their music video for their single that's going to be coming out tomorrow. So make sure you tune in and stick with us throughout the show, because we're going to be airing that a little later tonight. So the band tonight is called Groundless, and they are a southern metalcore band from southern New Jersey. So without further ado, let's get to them and introduce the guys. So here we are. Hey guys, what's going on?
How's it going?
How you doing, guys? Thanks for being on the show tonight.
Thanks for having us. Thank you for having us.
Yeah. So why don't we have you guys introduce yourselves?
I'm Mark. I play the drums.
I'm Rick. I'm the vocalist.
Brandon, guitar.
Harry, also guitar.
Ryan, bass.
Very nice, guys. Yeah,
we got a couple shy guys in this band.
Yeah, I'm a pretty shy guy too. I don't even know how the hell I'm still doing hosting, but I'm getting better every week. So don't. I'm okay with being a shy person. So don't be afraid of being shy, guys. So, you guys are and correct me if I'm wrong, it's melodic metalcore.
I guess that's something you can say.
It's hard, man. It's hard to put a genre on it.
Yeah, we don't really have a genre. We're just groundless.
Yeah. I mean, I guess you could say it's metalcore. I guess you could say it's hardcore. All I know is these two write riffs, and I put drums to it.
And then I wrote the vocals.
And whatever comes out, comes out.
Yeah.
Tends to be a little bit heavy.
It gets a tad bit heavy.
But, we might pull an acoustic song out from time to time.
Yeah. Yeah, I mean, there has been some, heavier bands that have gone to the acoustic route and kind of, stripped down a lot of their songs, which, I tend to like that every once in a while. It kind of, shows that they are more than just writing like a chug for like 2-3 minutes. They can actually write and compose like an actual song to and take that and translate it into something acoustic.
You need to say something here?
I said I do the chug. He'll break it up into a song.
It's a good dynamic.
Here, guys, I wrote a song. It's 0000003.
All the
many
numbers
numbers
too
to
So how long have you guys actually been a band for?
Shit. 2017.
Yeah. We originally formed in 2017. With there's 3 former members. There's Chris, John, and Jeff, and we were together for a year, and then we like broke up, and in 2019, like 2018, like around there, we decided to get back together, and unfortunately, we tried to make it work with the other guys, but some things couldn't work out, and we picked up Ricky, we picked up Harry, we picked up Brandon, and we just basically said it is what it is, and we weren't going to let anything stop us from making music. And for the most part, the former members of the band, the guys we're going good friends with, they're doing things, they're doing what they got to do with their lives and stuff. So there's no any hard feelings between us and the former guys.
That's cool. That's always good to have if there is certain things that happen, as long it's good when it's like a mutual kind of breakup type of thing, and there's no, especially because a lot of bands like they're friends before becoming bandmates, so it's it's good when it you still keep that friendship outside of a band, and that you're not breaking up a friendship just because hey, we just can't work out musically.
Yeah. And even if in the moment it seems like things are rough, you would hope that down the road you guys come back together and be like, hey, the friendship is more important than anything.
Right. Yeah, there's always collabs.
Yeah. I mean, look at you and me,
Right.
We went you went did your thing. I was like, all right, and then tried to keep it out. That's where I met Brandon. It was funny because you and Nick left Spectrums, and then it was just me and Rob for a while, and I remember hitting up Joey, and who was a guy. I don't even remember Joey from way back before we ever talked to Nick.
I do.
But,
I do.
I eventually hit him up, and he was like, well, I'm really interested in just doing guitar. And so it was me, Rob, and him for a month. And he was he basically sold us this story of yo, my boy, he's he's been playing guitar. He's the sickest guitarist ever. Bro. And that was Brandon. Lo and behold.
Never played guitar. I played bass. I was not having it.
It was just that went from that to Paradigms, and then Paradigms broke up, and then Ryan hit me up. He's like, yo, let's do Groundless.
That was Regressor.
Oh yeah, it was originally Let's Revive Regressor for the 25,000th time.
It's the only band that can get away with a reunion for the 26th time. I will say that.
And
that ain't even an exaggeration.
It's been put the rest for 3 years now. So
we're doing good.
We're doing good.
Really good.
Give us about another 30 years, we might come back and play,
no.
play the same thing.
I will not come back as Regressor.
I'll learn all the songs first, and then
They do a reunion of a reunion.
Yeah.
Yeah.
it's like Skinner, dude.
Oh my god, yeah.
I always make
Skinner,
jokes.
I actually did watch a thing about the plane crash the other day. It was pretty interesting.
I always make jokes about the Regressor eating thing.
Yeah.
I always make jokes.
And did you know there's a memorial for the plane crash, the Leonard Skinner plane crash?
What?
Yeah.
We gotta go.
Yeah.
We gotta go now.
Did you know that?
I never knew that.
Yeah. Yeah. It was. I was watching this YouTube channel. It was a guy. It's a roadie guy, and he was and that was one of his stories. And then they ended up talking about it. It's actually really cool. Definitely something I'd like to check out.
Yeah. Where is, I forget where the crash was. Where is the whole memorial thing?
Mississippi. I think it was in Mississippi. Yeah.
Oh, okay.
Mississippi.
It was October 20th, 1977.
Yeah, that was really sad.
Harrypedia.
And the crazy thing is the guy, the roadie that was talking, he actually was on that plane and one of the survivors.
Yeah.
And that was pretty crazy.
Yeah, I know there was only a very few that survived that, but it's and they were at the peak of their fame, I feel, and just something tragic like that happens. If you guys are just tuning in, my name is Anthony Irvin. You're watching Table Talk, and I'm here with the band Groundless from South Jersey. So they are my guests tonight.
And Levittown.
And Levittown. You gotta represent a little PA in there.
Yeah.
I kind of felt like this, and going back into the Spectrums thing, because I was, I feel you on that too, because I was the only PA guy in the band, so I always got the left end of the stick too. Like, oh, everybody's from Jersey, and then I had the whole, like, I had like about like a 30-40 minute ride for practice.
They're always leaving me out.
Yeah.
Sorry.
Yep. So I feel
He
you,
always
buddy.
tells us- He always tells us, he's like, damn, I hate coming here. I hate Jersey so much.
Yeah, dude, it fucking sucks. I can't put my phone. It stinks like shit.
There's rules and shit.
But at least you can go 80 on the turnpike.
Yeah, dude. Fuck it.
I mean, I'm gonna do it anyway.
But no, it was definitely fun times, and even though just the drive was worth it, because
It was good times.
You
Hold on,
alright,
wait,
You
you
good?
okay here?
You good?
Nah, real Max said he said.
Hold on. You,
Hold
Put-
on, motherfucker.
hold
He's
on,
faking
you
that
got-
shit.
Harry, you gotta read this. Read it.
Oh,
Read, put it
motherfucker.
out. Put
What
it-
Max said.
Yeah.
It's
no.
showing me
Yeah.
your most. Yeah.
No way.
We're over here trying to
I'm
figure
sorry,
out.
bro.
Yeah.
Try to be all
apologize.
professional, dude. He's talking about our mussies.
You can put the blame on me.
Yeah,
This is
we have this thing in the
100%
band
Ryan's
This is
fault.
all
called
Ryan.
let's see.
Kathleen supposedly
think
said
you-
Harry's mom would get some there.
Yeah, that's my mom. Max ain't my mom. Kathleen's my mom.
There you go. Well, hey, shout out to moms.
Yeah.
They're holding it down, bro. They're holding it
I
down.
was just talking about practice. Yeah, my mom gave me the practice.
All day.
Max.
At least she at least gets you to my house. So I get
She
to
took
the
me to
practice.
Brandon's house.
But for anybody who is watching right now, I know we have a couple people in the chat. Feel free to ask us any questions you may have tonight. We'll be answering questions in the chat. It can be for any of the guys in Groundless. It could be for me. I know we're having a lot of different people coming in through here. And make sure you're sharing the feed out tonight. And when you're sharing the post, make sure you put the hashtag Table Talk in your post to get your friends and family and to come and hang out with us tonight. It's going to be a fun night. We looking forward to the little debut that we have going on little later tonight. Do you guys want to maybe talk a little bit about that song we're going to be debuting later?
That's a Brandon thing.
Oh, come on now. Come on now.
That's
But,
definitely a Brandon thing.
Yeah,
wrote the
no,
whole
That's
thing.
definitely a Brandon thing.
I'll let Brent. Yeah, let's.
All right, man. All right. This song is. I mean, it's special for me because I've been in and out of bands, for like 10 years, give or take. But this is the first music that I've actually written that I'm putting out, so I'm super excited for it. And
Nice.
it's crazy because I wrote it years ago, and it's taken on a whole new meaning in recent weeks. So I'm super excited to release this one. Absolutely. It's it was a little work in progress. It's something I brought to Mark. Mark definitely works wonders on the drums. He gave me new ideas, and the song took on a whole new life. And super excited to show it to everybody and share it with everybody.
Oh, Joe, that's the headphone thing.
Yeah, we're dealing with last minute.
Shortly.
I was like, all right, I gotta get some stuff.
So
trying to
what's
make it
what's
work
the
over
actual what's the actual meaning or background to the song?
Oh, you're gonna have to give me a minute.
Oh, you got
Harry-
unplugged.
Yeah, we
Oh,
groundless
God.
and Ricky's going
There you
cordless.
I wrote everything.
So the meaning behind the song is it's pretty much about like denying who you are, denying who you were. The song is called Denial.
Mhm.
So yeah.
Not the riff.
All right, I've never really talked about the meaning before for this song.
I've been
I mean,
asking about this
so-
since day one.
Yeah, so yeah, but I've never really
I know.
talked about it.
Talk now.
So, like-
now's your chance.
It's about pretty much denying who you are as a person and what comes in life and what everything throws at you. It's weighing you down. So that's pretty much what it's about. And are we laughing about this?
No,
Is this a funny thing?
Are you?
No, wait.
Okay, Ryan, while I'm talking,
It
you
wasn't
shut
me.
your pussy. All right?
It was him.
Metal bands can't be emotional, guys. Come on.
I'm very
No, it's not emotional though. It's pretty much
It's
It's
angry.
about the whole being in denial process
Yeah.
of grieving.
Right.
Just general feelings of being in denial.
pretty much.
And I feel, a lot of metal bands
It's
have
almost too broad.
a lot of metal bands these days have gone that route of like talking about a lot of different inner feelings of that, instead of just it always being about like something angry. It's more of like personal feelings that
Right.
people have gone through that, and that's kind of what inspires me to continue to listen to that type of certain music too, when they actually have a meaning behind their song instead of just somebody screaming into a microphone.
Exactly. And what I want to do is I want to create an album that tells a story,
Right.
and that's what I'm aiming for right now.
And those two hit the nail on the head. Like for me musically, like especially in the chorus parts, I really wanted to bring that feeling of despair that you feel when you are in that stage of denial. You know what I mean?
Uh-huh.
I mean, the as far as like musically goes, the song kind of holds like a special place to like me and Brandon, because this was something like Brandon mentioned earlier. We started working on this song years ago, and it really
It's got the groove.
came off the cusp of losing one of our really good friends. So like this was like started as Brandon's way of trying to like cope with that, and that's where like originally the song was supposed to be called "Denial Ain't Just a River in Egypt," and that's like a whole like a pun almost, and then we just shortened it to Denial. But it was a it started out with that, and essentially just turned into like general feeling. And like the guy said, we want to have some like meaning to our music with this song. It's more about like we want the listener to like listen to the song and not think like, oh, why Brandon wrote it or what lyrics Ricky put to it, but like they can listen to it and they can build their own personal connection to the song.
Exactly.
Right.
Because it's definitely feeling everybody can relate to it at one point or another. Unfortunately, I feel like everybody's going to experience that in their life.
Right. Exactly. Yeah. And how Mark was saying, like musically, so was it just Brandon and Mark that kind of wrote most of the song, or was it kind of like, hey, I have this idea, and then you send it over to this person, I have this idea, let me put mine on there, or was it just like you guys have read everything and kind of just brought it to the rest of the band?
Well, when I heard this song, I really loved it, and Brandon and Mark shared the name with me.
Uh-huh.
They said that this song's called Denial, and I'm like, okay, well, that's what I'm going to write about.
Right.
Because if this means something to them, then that's what I'm going to write about.
Didn't you write this like 5-6 years ago?
That's what we were talking
that's,
about.
That's what I get to. So
Wasn't it supposed to be like a Paradigm song at one point?
it was originally. So like it stemmed from like, I mean, obviously the things that were going on in my life at that point.
Uh-huh.
And we were coming to a point as a band, and the band that me and Mark were in was Paradigms, that we were hitting a wall. Nothing was really getting written. I was the vocalist in that band, and I was like, screw it, I'm writing a song. And that's kind of what came out, and not in the form that it's in now.
There's been so many different versions of that
Yeah,
song.
yeah.
Since,
There's been a
since we've
couple,
been doing it.
but it's been pretty much me and Mark over the years kind of forming that song. We kind of had it on the back burner waiting, and then once we formed, this dynamic, these people in the band were like, "This is perfect. This is the perfect song to drop."
Oh yeah.
Yeah, I'm looking forward to it. I actually listened to it the other day, and it's definitely I was definitely like bouncing my head to it. Like I'd listened to it more than once. I think I listened to it about 2-3 times. And especially the preview that you guys put up on your Facebook page. Me and Mark were talking about it the other day, and it was like the perfect 3-second like split of that song that I watched it without any of the video first, and I'm like, and I see Rick's face, and I'm like, whoa, what's like that? And then I had to listen to a video, and I'm like, oh god. And then so it makes you listen to it and like watch it about 3, 4, or 5 times until you get something to be like, oh well, what's that guy doing in the background? What's that guy doing in the background? And then you get all these different things going. So it was like the perfect 3-second teaser video to get people to grab people's attention to that. So kudos to you guys for picking a good teaser video for that.
I'm gonna tell you what. When I was making that, My laptop sucks. So I tried every app on my phone to make that teaser, and I put a good, oh hell, I did a good like 4 hours, to make that 3-second clip.
Basically, Ryan discovered video making for the first time.
No,
And it was almost,
No.
it was almost longer than it was.
it was just trying to figure out what app didn't have the watermark in the video, and it was just like every time I would get done
That's
doing
usually
one,
me too.
the watermark would be right now. It's just like, damn.
I got
I'm trying-
the legit video program, and Ryan's trying to use some bullshit app.
I'm always trying to find video
Todd-
things online that don't have the watermarks too, and I'm just like, well,
Mark-
I want to make this account, but I'm like, oh crap, it has the watermark, so I just delete the hell out of that.
Mark called me that morning. He was just like, "Yo, I need you to make a teaser." And I was like, "How am I supposed to do it?" He was like, "Oh, figure it out. You can download all these apps on your phone. Just figure it out. Just send it to me when you can, because we got to have something out there here soon because it's coming out." And I was just like,
Jeez, that was a
Thanks, boss.
"Damn." So, yeah, that 3-second teaser was a pain in my butt.
Well, hey, it was totally worth it. So, you know,
Hardest 3 seconds of his life.
hey, it's the 3 seconds of good memory.
But that 3 seconds, you get to see Ricky in a King Kong stance. So,
Oh, shut up, right guy.
so like every time, like I've watched the video at least like a good 1,000 times since we got it back, and every time I see that part, I'm just like, this guy is King Kong. He looks like King Kong in this part.
Oh my god.
He's mad.
Just-
you never
just-
told me this. Why didn't you not
Because
say
I was
this?
waiting
We thought that's
Tonight.
what you were going.
I
for.
was waiting. Yeah, dude. Like,
I look
it was
like
straight
King Kong? For real?
No,
The way
you
that you were
suck.
moving your body,
Oh.
it was a King Kong type thing. But it's a good thing because King Kong is better than Godzilla.
I had to pull up. I had to pull this up. My buddy
He's
David
very
Earl. I know you
smart
guys
guy.
know David Earl as well. He's saying,
Oh.
"Yo, time to mess up the
Wait,
stream as
wait.
always." Yeah, because he was on one of my streams a couple episodes ago. He comes into the stream, and then the stream just totally shuts down. I'm like, "You totally screwed up the show, Dave."
If you get a chance, ask him about. I think it was like 2-3 years ago. Ask him about the time in the hotel in Atlantic City. I'm not going to discuss that here, but if you ever get free time, ask him about what happened to him in Atlantic City.
I will.
We played a little show with him. It's a little funny. The key word to that is Groundless broke David Earl that night. So
I think I remember you guys posting something about it, and I just saw Dave's expression, and I'm like, "Yeah, he had a good time." Yeah.
if you see him sitting in a chair with his head up against the wall, with his head down a little bit,
They
it was
ruined
definitely, yeah, we definitely ruined them.
We've definitely calmed down a little bit, but we still party.
No, I don't think I've calmed down. I definitely haven't calmed down.
Hey, this is a new beginning for me, so we'll see it.
Yeah, believe it or not, this is
Yeah, me and Harry are
Me
now
as well,
joining,
bro.
so it's
Are
like,
you going to be mad?
oh no.
we were David Earl's in the chat, Mark, and I was just explaining to Ann about Atlantic City, how we broke David
No,
Earl.
no.
We're not
Trying
going
to
to
keep
discuss
it
it here,
all
but
PG-13, bro. PG-13.
he said that we ruined him.
Oh yeah, no. That's
So
probably one of
when
Groundless'
shows
claim to
come
fame.
back, he has to play,
Oh, no.
and we got to do the same thing again. But he try to ruin one of us, but I doubt that will happen.
We ruined Dave Earl so bad. We invited him out to practice.
He
the
told
next
us
I
morning.
was still hanging in
He's
there all
like,
night.
fuck no.
Excuse my language, but when we invited him to breakfast, he was like, "Fuck you guys, I'm gone."
Because he didn't want to know what that entailed.
Like, I just got to get away from this band before they literally kill me.
Party with Groundless, we said.
It'll be
It
fun.
would be fun.
I watched my man. I don't even want to get into it, but there was a lot of toilet hugging that night for him.
He held in like an
Praying
empty.
to the toilet guys.
Yeah, but dude, like I will say, my man did drink a lot of Jack Daniels that night. I will give him that.
I drank a lot.
He
There's
did.
always a good story when Jack Daniels is involved.
Yeah, and the Yingling too. He's good for that.
Jack
and
is a good friend of mine.
Bush.
Or Bush.
Yo, what the fuck?
Sorry.
Well, speaking of things that influence us, why don't you guys go around the table and say, like, you know, certain bands that influence you, and the bands that influence the band, and maybe influence individual members of the band.
Well, the reason why I started playing bass was from Mark Hoppus from Blink-182.
Nice.
It's Blink has always been like one of my favorite bands, so like that was the main inspiration why I started playing.
Yeah, Mark Hoppus is definitely a trailblazer in a lot of bass players staples. I think
We're
he
talking about
he
bass
he
players,
definitely inspired a lot of
You're
a lot of bass
Jewish
players
guy.
of our age.
No, like definitely Mark is like a real big influence on why I play. So it's weird that I'm playing like metal, but
No, it's not.
It works.
it works. It works. I take some of the pop punk things and try to mix it in there.
Right.
So
Definitely gives it some
I
pop.
knew Ryan since we were like, what, 5 or 6?
Shit, here it comes.
We were about 5 or 6, and like Ryan has always been in love with Blink-182, so I can vouch for this.
Yeah.
He wants Mark Hoppus.
I just want his bass collection, dude. That pink,
Well, no,
pink,
dude,
that pink bass that he has.
His
I want
first
it so
bass was
bad.
pink, and then
Yeah.
he put an upset on
John
a cross
Paul
on it.
Jones, dude, from Led Zeppelin. Dude, John Paul Jones is the greatest bass player that ever lived.
Man, it's two different levels, but you can go ahead and
No, it's not two
hear
different
from
levels.
it.
Funny
Yeah.
story: when we were young, I threw Ryan out of a window into a trash can.
And we're gonna write a
And we
song
became
about it.
friends
That's,
after that.
That's facts.
that is how you become friends.
We were playing WWE. I mean, we were kids.
There's
There
no
you
other
go.
way to play WWE.
He thought he was Kane or some shit.
I was Kane. That's my favorite wrestler.
Okay,
All right,
Kane
who's
wise, we
next?
got to, because I'm a big wrestling fan too. Do you like OG Kane or after he took off his mask?
OG,
OG,
get the fuck
Kane's
out
the
of here,
best.
bro. I'm not even.
We
wrestling.
just became
But if we're-
friends.
If we're gonna-
the glove, trademark.
If we're gonna talk
Dude,
favorite wrestlers,
OG
The Rock
Kane
hands down is
all
the
day.
best. The
Say it
Rock,
again.
Hands down, The Rock, hands down, is the best wrestler. I don't care. You got your Steve Austins, you got your Undertaker, and you got your Kanes, but The Rock will forever be the best. I don't care what anybody's got to say.
I will always be an Austin fan, but I'm always going to be conflicting with the Rock and Austin. But I always go back to Mania 17 between Rock and Austin.
Oh,
That promo package is the best promo
Yeah.
package ever.
that's fun. That's funny that you said that. I just watched 17 yesterday. That was with the TLC 2 and everything, right?
That was with Edge
Yeah.
and Christian, Hardy Boys, and Dudley Boys, the triple threat ladder match,
Yeah.
which was another
That's
iconic.
one of the greatest. Yeah.
Another
who's next
iconic
on the
match.
Inspiration list. Barry?
Motherfucking Jimmy Page, dude. Jimmy Page is the greatest guitar player to ever
Here,
live.
lean in.
Yeah,
Lean is-
Jimmy Page. There you go.
Jimmy Page, hands down,
Jim Page.
and then maybe I'm gonna say Jimmy Page. Yeah, you know, dude, Zeppelin is the greatest band that ever lived, and you know, I'm gonna say a little bit of Eddie Van Halen.
If
know?
you don't fucking say Alice in Chains, I'm a.
I'm getting Jerry Cantrell, dude. I'm getting Jerry Cantrell Jerry Cantrell is where like I channel my fucking riff from now. You know, I got to throw a little bit of Mark Holcomb there. You know, that's my recent inspiration is Mark Holcomb.
It's a weird mix.
It's a good mix. It's like, you know, a little grunge jet, grunge jet.
And that's always good to have a little bit of like
Misha-
a little bit of everything as an influence, because you take a little bit of this, a little bit of that, and that's what makes you sound.
That genre.
Grunge gent, dude. That's
Yeah.
my
Grunge.
Don't let him lie to you. Alice in Chains is not his favorite. It's Nirvana.
Dude, I'll fuck you up. For all 5 people watching this right now, I'll fucking
Oh man.
no, dude. Jimmy Page is like number 1. You're not better than Jimmy Page. And then it's like Jerry Cantrell, and then it's like all 3 guitar players in Periphery. You know, Jake, Mark, Misha, and then everybody else. But I'm up there in like second.
Yeah. You're your own inspiration, bro.
All right, that's beautiful. Brandon,
All right,
I can't leave out. You know, I can't leave out Brandon.
The fuck?
Brandon, his riffs. He's got some riffs, man. He's
I ain't got no
inspired.
riffs. He lying.
Yo, don't listen to him. He's got the riffs, and so does Max from fucking Dreams of Demise, dude. He's one of my other favorite guitar
DOD.
players. Brandon and Max are my second favorite, above fucking Misha and Mark.
All right.
There you
That's
go.
love, brother. That's
Good. Yeah, Brandon, what's yours, buddy?
I don't know, man. I'd be lying because I started out at bass. I'd be lying if I didn't say like Geddy Lee, Les Claypool, both of them. You know what I mean?
Mhm.
As far as bands go, it's a weird mix, kind of like Harry. I love Black Sabbath.
Black Sabbath volume.
Anything from Black Sabbath to Volume. Yeah, that's pretty much my dynamic. That's where I.
Did you go to their final tour
I
in
like
Jersey?
classic rock. I
Black Sabbath, did you go to the final tour?
I did not. I'm so upset.
I was there. It was like a last minute thing, and I'm like, oh, it was the first time I saw, and the only time that I saw. And Ozzy was actually good. because I saw him like once or twice before that, and he was horrible. And I was like, another Ozzy show. I mean, but he was spot on that night.
Yeah, he's been making a comeback.
It's crazy.
He's been
Like when you
making a
hear him
comeback.
talk, you can't understand a damn word he's saying.
Not a
When-
fucking
But then when he's
he
on
sings,
stage,
you understand it.
it's totally a
Yeah,
different person.
It's crazy. Yeah, it's crazy.
Come on!
Yeah, you know what I mean. Other than that, a smattering of bassists, guitarists, vocalists, even rappers. I draw inspiration from all over the place.
Rick?
How about you?
So growing up, I had a best friend and my brother, and we listened to this. It was the first time I've ever heard metal music ever in my life, and my friend threw it on. So the band is Slipknot, Corey Taylor. So Corey Taylor is my inspiration with vocal style. Just all around one of the best vocalists, I think,
Yeah.
to this day. And
I agree. I definitely.
When they hit the scene, it was just like everybody thought they were like crazy because you didn't see
Right.
like a whole band come
Oh,
out with like masks and everything. It just popped off, and it was like that. Wait and Bleed when Wait and Bleed came out, like it just like blew up everywhere.
Absolutely.
right.
spit it out as well.
And
Yeah.
shout out to my brother Ridge and my friend Nate Peacock, my boys. Also, a band that I listen to a lot is Metallica. So
Big Metallica fan here. Yeah.
Yeah, it's
Everything before the Black Album.
I guess.
Everything before they got sober.
Yeah, right.
A lot like Rick. Slipknot was probably the band that got me into them. It was funny. First time I ever heard like Slipknot's music, I was this was when my brother was like 17. I was in like middle school, and he's like, "You ever hear Slipknot?" I'm like, "Nah." And he puts on Iowa. The first song I ever hear by Slipknot is "People Equal Shit." I'm like,
That's all their
Sold.
first album.
Yeah.
That's the first album.
sold.
Yeah, my buddy was
But,
putting that in his car, and I was like, "Who the hell is this band?" But I got to keep on listening to
Right?
them.
Exactly. But over the years, it's just been a weird mix from like, everything like these guys said, like, volumes. Like I like Architects all the way down like
Fit for a
Incubus, Fit for a King,
Yeah.
all the way down to
Whoa.
Incubus, Alice in Chains, and
Well,
then
what's
like
up with that?
lately I've been getting into it's a violin duo group called Black Violin,
Mhm.
and them and Portugal Man. So like,
I don't know what it's been with me lately,
It's-
but like Hawthorne Heights has like been like.
Dude,
my
Hawthorne
thing.
Heights is fucking awesome.
It's
I
like
don't
been
care
my
what anybody
thing
says.
lately.
I ain't got no time.
I don't know
Ohio
what it's
is for
myself.
lovers.
Yeah, we're going there, right?
Yeah.
I watched Hawthorne Heights for free in a fucking parking lot in Bristol like fucking 2 years ago. One of the greatest shows I've ever seen and one of the loudest shows I've ever seen. It was insane.
Free shows happen to be the best shows.
I'm
I
just,
will admit.
Yeah.
It was free and it was one of the loudest shows I've ever seen in my life.
I'm really
dude.
hoping with this summer that concerts like kind of like come back to a thing because I still have tickets to see my camp at the Prudential Center.
Bro, I got a
So-
generator. We can make a show happen.
I'm waiting for that brand new reunion.
I'm still trying to see my camp, and I hope that concerts do happen because like it's supposed to seem last year the pandemic.
Yo,
hit,
as
so
long
like
as
I
no
kind of
fucking
hope that
numbers,
like there's
keeps
hopes
it
for
up.
that
All right,
this year.
so here's really why COVID happened, right?
So
Because
no,
they-
no, 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 no. I got
Mark,
Mark.
God.
I
I'm
have
just
a
the man
theory.
in the middle here.
You motherfucker. No, the reason why COVID happened was so I couldn't see Nickelback this year.
That's
That's
why.
motherfucking next.
That's why COVID happened.
It's because you bought the damn ticket.
Dude, I wanted to see Nickelback. So I'll admit it right here live so everybody can hear it. Nickelback is fucking kick ass.
The machine's the best, dude. Machine.
Look at this photograph.
Look at this graph.
Have you seen the-
Look at
has
this
anyone
graph.
seen the new like Google Photos
Just
commercial on
look at this
YouTube?
graph.
Nickelback's good.
I crack
you
up
can talk
every
shit all
time
you
I
want.
see that.
Nickelback's
I
good.
mean, Rockstar. is a
And
cool
did you
song.
see the new Google Photos commercial with the Nickelback
Yes.
photograph? rip?
Yes, I crack
I
up
couldn't
every
believe
time.
it. They must have reshot that whole scene.
They
I
probably
don't think
did,
They
yeah.
must have.
That
They
dude
had to
literally has ramen.
Wasn't it just like, very, like Afro
Yeah.
or something? Yes.
I'm fucking jealous of that shit.
I was like, that's like
The
right up
ramen
your
noodle?
alley, Ant.
No,
Nick-
I'd rather be you, asshole.
Like,
I
when
do
met
gotta-
you, like back in the day, like you were like that was like stuff. A lot of stuff you liked was like
I listened to
Nickel-
like when they first broke out. I did listen to them, but then I started getting onto the same thing of like, I mean, they're kind of like that generic rock sound, but you know, I was really into like Breaking Benjamin. Like, dude, I've seen them live. They are so good live. If you
That
really
was one of
want
the
to,
best shows I've ever seen.
I just
Yeah.
I want to add in there since you said Breaking Ben. I seen him a couple years back, and it was like with like Five Finger Death Punch and Bad Wolves
Yep.
and whatnot.
The
I was disappointed.
Come on,
I went there for you guys can make fun of it. You guys can make fun of it, but I will tell you this.
Like he's a bass player.
I will.
Look,
Oh,
I'm
shut
leaving,
up.
bro.
But I will tell you this. That
leave it to
Breaking
the
Ben
bass player.
set- right. That Breaking Ben set was boring. It was real boring.
No, I'm talking about I see him at
The only-
at
the-
a barbecue one year. They
I
fucking
I just didn't I didn't like it. I think
You didn't
Bad
like the
Wolves was
Breaking
like the best
Benjamin
thing
set,
on
you
it.
mean?
No, yeah,
didn't
no,
like you.
yeah.
Oh
Not
wow.
at all. They headlined that night. Yeah, I didn't like it. I don't know. It
Now-
could have been an
now
off
was it-
night
was
for
it-
them, but
Was it recent or before before their hiatus and stuff?
it was like 2 years ago.
Okay, so that's when because when they had recently came back from a hiatus. I guess what was it, 2-3 years ago? So yeah, so I mean,
Yeah.
Ben's voice definitely has changed since the So Cold album a little bit, but their live set is just still like I gotta say is they sound just like or better than the record.
I don't know what it was. Like I said, it could have been an off night, but like they were just
Right.
real boring.
And their song "Breathe" on So Cold, they did the music video shoot for that up in Lehigh Valley. I was at that show and I was in the music video.
Damn, that's what-
I mean, you probably couldn't see me. I was probably like that small in the audience, but I was in there.
Jelly.
But you were still in there.
I was still in there, yeah. And I was this close to catching one of the drummer's drumsticks, but I was in like a battle with you get the drumstick and two or three people hang on to it, and then they start like freaking fighting over it. And I'm like, all right, this is dumb, so I just let go.
I almost caught Ronnie Racky's mic stand in Six Flags. Literally, I was standing in the middle of the crowd. I was, right there.
close.
I was right there.
I just love like I didn't go to that, but I just loved how like Six Flags tried putting on like a metal concert and
Dude, it was
leave it
great.
up to like one of the worst bands ever to ruin it for all the
Dude, I'm telling you, that show was amazing. Like it was amazing. It had all the
Bro,
old bands.
didn't we
on
name
it.
us
They
famous
when they
headliner?
first
They
came out.
messed it up for everybody.
My
That's
ticket
what I'm
home,
saying.
Either
We could have been having metal concerts at
crazy.
Six Flags every
That's what I'm
summer.
saying. It was-
On Nitro, bro.
Yeah.
Since
Yeah,
since
Six
we're
Flags
talking-
had the skate and surf show
And
a
you
couple
got
years
ride-
ago.
ride the rides for free. That shit
Yeah.
was
Bro, I
I've
saw
seen- I've
I
seen
saw a
them.
wrestling event recently.
Yo,
At
that
Six
wrestling
Flags.
event we went to was wild.
Yeah, they're
Last
doing all
summer,
kinds of shit.
it was last summer I think it was we went to.
Yeah,
Yeah, last summer me and Brandon went to Six Flags. Our memberships had this whole like, oh, come down to this wrestling match.
So it's like an
And
indie
dude,
an
that
indie
shit-
show, yeah.
It was AEW, I think it was.
I have no
It,
idea.
it was a regional match. So
It's
it
probably
wasn't
like
anything
like a small
that.
indie show or something, yeah.
Right. But like those dudes like really got into it. Like we definitely saw some guy like jump off the top ringer and like just like bam, like right down.
And
Oh,
that's
man.
that's the thing when it comes to like, I mean, AEW and WWE. I mean, don't get me wrong. I mean, the products are, I mean, you can't really compare WWE right now because of like the whole pandemic. They got to do what they got to do. Some of the storylines are pretty stale, some of the, things, but then when you get into like the indie stage, these guys are just, balling
Oh,
out
yeah.
because they got everything to prove to everybody. So like they feel like, they can be watched by whoever during the whole, match. So it doesn't really matter who the hell's watching. But if you really want to go and see like a good wrestling match, like the indie shows are something to be going to.
Oh yeah, no, like you could definitely tell where like
What-
they were
what
like
is all
going
this?
through the motions
What
of
is all
doing their
this?
stories, but like there were some moments where like you're like, all right, that guy is definitely like going like 110%. Like
Yeah.
he ain't just faking it. He's being
you,
for real.
Did you watch the current Royal Rumble?
I did.
I was so stoked that Carlito came back.
Right.
So
I was stoked on that
So
too.
stoked.
And I was
And then
listening. I was
Christian
listening
and,
to a
Hurricane as
podcast.
well.
I was listening to a podcast. Shout out to Living the Gimmick podcast. If you guys are wrestling fans, make sure you guys check out that podcast. They were talking about, saying like, oh, well, people were mad that Carlito didn't, spit at people with his apple. And the guy's like, well, we're in a freaking pandemic. How's somebody going to spit at you with an apple right now?
Right.
Because that was like his gimmick thing. He'll take an apple, spit it at
I'll
you.
be honest, it'd be hard not to break character with that shit. I'd be pissed.
Speaking of
But
wrestling,
I was so stoked when he came back, but
Yeah.
I was so stoked that he came back. He was one of my favorites too, like that Ruthless Aggression era.
Yeah, and the Ruthless Aggression era, I wasn't really watching at that time. I was, the whole Attitude era, and then I guess the whole Attitude era, and then as it was changing into the Ruthless Aggression, I stopped watching, and then once The Rock came back in like 2012, that's when I started watching again.
Was that when he fought John Cena?
Yeah, that's when he started having his promos with I think it was Cena, because he did CM Punk first, and then he moved on to Cena, and I went to WrestleMania 32 or 32 or 33. Yeah, I think it was 32. Or it was 27. I went to WrestleMania 27 in 2014, and then I went to WrestleMania 35 as well. That was with the women's triple threat. That was at 1:00 in the morning. Everybody was freaking tired, and they were trying to make it like the longest pay-per-view ever. That audience was dead tired at 1:00 in the morning.
I've never been to one. I was offered to go to the one when The Rock lost the belt to John Cena at MetLife.
Yeah, that's the one I went to.
Yeah, you want to be.
I heard one of my coworkers. They said when John Cena came out, I heard that he got a lot of boos, and somebody he took his shirt off and he threw it into the crowd, right? And the person threw it back at him.
Yeah, somebody did do that.
I heard, yeah.
I'm not sure if it was that night, but I do remember it being one of the shows.
Yeah, he said that he went to one of the shows and that had happened.
Yeah, it definitely did.
Oh my god!
Right.
Yo, someone definitely farted over here.
Oh my god!
Probably Harry, because it wasn't me.
It fucking smells like
That's your boy.
It smells like something crawled up your butt and died.
So other than because we're gonna probably in the next 5 to 10 minutes, guys, we'll probably get into the music video here. But as far as the future of Groundless, I know you guys have just had a couple lineup changes and some, mix and match ups. So what is the future of Groundless with this new music video and new music you guys are putting out?
Get signed so I don't have to build any more fucking pools.
I mean, Harry don't want to build any more pools, bro. That's why we're doing this.
Yeah.
I like pools and all, but I'm tired of fucking building them, dude.
I guess you'd say like next chapter in the band is just
We're gonna pump out an album.
we're just do whatever.
It's a
Stay
surprise.
tuned.
Yeah.
Yeah, man.
It's definitely a surprise, but
Going to
all I can say is that with the new stuff that we have coming, it's gonna be worth it.
It's because I got
It's definitely
this.
gonna be worth it.
And it really is more like the style sound we want to go for.
It's like a hardcore, or a hardcore with a more melodic.
You know what
I
it's
think,
really
I
like
think what
it?
they're trying to get at is expect.
It's really like the
something
Dogecoin that's about to go to the moon.
Expect
It's
something new.
different because Brandon
Expect something
Brandon's
new
got
that
some
ain't the
riffs that
same old
influence
shit.
my riffs in a different way. So our riffs blend.
You don't understand. Like the thing with Brandon is that
He's got riffs.
he's a
for me.
machine.
Why?
He
Are y'all
just
putting-
doesn't
He's a
stop.
Burt- he's a
He
Burt
doesn't
Kreischer.
stop.
He's a
Him and
Burt
Harry
Kreischer.
both.
He's a fucking machine.
See,
He's a
what
machine.
Ryan doesn't know about Brandon is he's shy and private and shit, and he keeps putting.
But fun fact about Brandon is like when he first joined us, he was just like, yeah, I wrote everything on bass before I turned it over to guitar, and I'm looking at him like, shit.
I only had a bass. I only had a bass.
Yeah, I'm at him.
And like if you can compare hand sizes, like he's got really long fingers, and like he can go to the 12th fret with them fuckers. Like,
just to take the perspective, Brandon probably has like 3 Android phones full of just riffs.
Facts. Definitely.
Facts.
He's got-
Yeah.
These Android phones cannot be used as phones. They are strictly storage
They are
devices.
storage. Yeah.
Yeah, I can't tell you how many
Built with rest.
like different ideas that I have in my phone that are back from like 3, 4, 5 years ago that I'm like, oh, I wrote that. Okay, I'll try to, and then I totally
Yeah.
forget what the hell I wrote.
That's where some of the best songs come from, man. That's literally where this song came
That's
from.
how my most recent single came out. I was looking on my phone and I was looking at something that I wrote 3 years ago. I'm like, oh, I like that, and then I started mapping out that, and that came from a song that I had out right now. So.
That's awesome.
So I totally understand what you got. I mean, when you have stuff that's like, buried deep in your phone, you look at it, you're like, "Ooh, I wrote that. I actually like that. Let me try to," and then you try to remember what the hell you wrote.
That's where Clam Slammer
When-
came from, dude.
when he first brought the song to the table, I was just like, damn, this is gonna be it. It's gonna be a really good song. It's been reworked, but
Yeah,
I
fuck
think
with how it is.
honestly, out of everything I've written in the past, this is like my favorite song that I've been a part of.
I like no. You got that one song with Regressor called
Shit, Emling, it's that
Emling.
one.
Stairway to Heaven or something.
I don't know what you guys are talking about. All
Nah,
I'm
Endling,
saying is
dude.
you guys
No,
should invest in
Endling, dude.
Dogecoin.
Endling has that
To the
two-step in it. Endling has that
Yo.
two-stepping. It's
Yeah.
tough as fuck. Dude.
Do you
It's
guys
one of
have
the
like a
best
very
shit ever.
like
I
a
love me
favorite
a good
part of the
two-step.
song, like a favorite lyric or a favorite part of the song that you
The
guys
breakdown.
like?
That breakdown.
The breakdown.
Whatever
You know,
comes
I'm
after
gonna
the
straight
that
say
breakdown.
every
the part that
riff.
comes
I'm
after
gonna
the
say
every-
breakdown.
Nah, every riff that Brandon has fucking shown to me so far since I've joined this band has been the craziest riff. And I got zero ego ever, but I can play some crazy cool shit.
He lying.
But
He's straight
it
up.
takes me forever to wrap my head around the shit that Brandon comes up with it. I'm like,
Brandon,
what the
you need to
fuck
keep this dude to your side all the time. He is a
New
good
shit.
wingman, I'll tell you that.
That's what I'm saying. It's the only reason I'd be writing shit because he hypes it up. Like, yeah, that's good.
He
do it.
is a
I'm like,
good
all
hype
right,
man.
do it.
He is the
It's all
best
good.
hype man I've seen. Like, dude, Brandon never writes a bad riff. Like,
He doesn't though. He doesn't.
And then he turns around, no pressure.
yeah. Anything he writes turns to gold, my friend, brother.
Like I said before,
You know, every fucking riff I write sounds like Parkway Drive already written it fucking 10 years ago.
like I said before, Brandon's a
Brandon fucking
machine,
writes
dude.
these-
But then
he's
you
got
find,
these riffs
but then you find out Brandon's just stealing riffs from other people and just rewriting them.
It's all just songs they've heard before. They
Yeah.
The thing is like our Google Drive. Like there's something every day is
Every
uploaded
day.
between
Sorry.
Brandon and Harry, and we can't like
And
we're
it's
trying
like-
to keep
it's
up
like-
with it. And we're just like,
It's like,
That's
here,
right.
here, Ricky, write this. Write this song.
Yeah.
Oh, and then next day it's like,
Dude, you got everything on the instrumentals. You got it on the instrumentals.
Dude, it's hard to write lyrics, all right? Especially with these guys in the band. They're like, ooh, no.
Lyrics have always
I
been
know.
like a very soft side for me too. Like the music comes pretty quick for me, but lyrics have always been like something that I'm like, oh, I have to really challenge myself with that.
Yeah, lyrics are tough. I feel like lyrics in a band is the toughest part about writing.
It's hard because I can't.
You gotta
hell
make
yeah.
you got
Hell yeah.
listen, you gotta
100%.
you gotta write something that's gonna catch somebody's ear.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? You got the musical standpoint, but like you gotta be like, okay, here's this lyric. This lyric's gonna be the best lyric in
Fucking
the
Phil
song.
Bozeman, dude. Just use some big words like Phil Bozeman did on the first Whitechapel album. You'll have everybody hear.
I played a show with him before.
Ricky's
Me and
just gonna
Mark-
be writing with a thesaurus.
you remember playing the show with
That's a key to writing lyrics.
Whitechapel? Yeah.
Thesaurus.
up at
It
Reverb.
was-
and
yeah, the
Running.
plot you fit for a king
My
play.
boy Eric
Yeah.
Yelowitz is watching.
Hell yeah!
What up, Eric?
What's up, Eric?
Eric.
Yo.
Yo.
Big shout out to Joe. Big shout out to Joe Macy Jr. for doing our music.
Oh,
videos.
yeah.
Big shout out to him.
Joe Maceo, you the man, bro.
If you don't know
we
who that
stood
is,
out there. We stood out there from 1 o'clock all the way up till 8:30 at night.
and it was
Wow.
it was 20 degrees
we
out.
were
there, too.
freezing.
It was 20 degrees out.
freezing. Like you could see it in my face. My face was
Okay,
red.
first,
Well, but
he
you,
might have felt it, but don't listen to him. He
I-
didn't feel a fucking.
He
No,
had whiskey in his system.
Speak for yourself, dog. I was cold as a mother.
I
wanna
played
say
it
it
smart
was
and drank
definitely
the
below
liquor to
average.
stay warm.
So where was the? I'm not gonna
yeah.
give away like what actually was in the video, but like where did you guys film it?
Okay, so we recorded it at my cousin's house in the backyard.
Okay, so it wasn't a random person's backyard.
It was my cousin.
Yeah, we
You
had
told me it was a random person's
No,
backyard.
I told you.
No.
And you believed it.
Funny-
Oh my
funny
god.
story, we were messing. We had Harry totally convinced. We just rolled up on someone's
I'm
house
not,
and like,
all
yep, we're doing this.
fucking day long thinking we're some random
Yo,
motherfucker's
I-
backyard.
you know what's
shooting a
funny?
Music video.
Wait, you know what's funny? We all went inside to get warm, and Harry didn't come in because he probably thought that it was somebody's random a random house. Dude, that is hilarious. I just thought of that.
I was ready to shoot some fucking guitar swing fucking single shots.
That's all he cared about.
He's like, dude, they just let you in their house?
Yo, when we first got
Yeah,
there, Ron
they
told me
really
it was
fuck
just
with
some
us all, man.
random fucking
Yeah, no,
backyard
I
that we were
told-
in, just shooting a music
I,
video.
I
my
told him, I
God.
was just like, yeah, we just pulled up into somebody's like backyard and this is what we're doing. He was just like,
No, it was so the music video was shot at my cousin Nick Moore's house. Shout out to him for letting us do that in the yard.
Definitely.
thanks for letting us
It
do
was
that.
definitely a good backdrop, and I really appreciate that.
Yeah,
He even let us come in the house and
The-
warm up a little bit.
The
and
only
stuff.
thing I can say about where we
Some
shot the
fucking
video
roast
at is
beef and
that,
shit for us.
well, you've seen the video and I moved around a lot. I've almost busted my ass so many times filming that video.
So there was a shot. There was a shot in this.
There
music
was like
video.
at least a million different holes in the ground.
So there was this shot
my
in the
stomach.
music video where Ryan did this like amazing bass flip. And out of nowhere, you just see his cord fly over top of him, so we couldn't use that shot. It was awesome. It was awesome. He was like, "Are you serious?"
I had
he was
Jo-
drunk too, so he was like, "No, I really want to use that shot. Make sure that's in there."
Dude, I was so mad.
Well, you can Photoshop that out, right?
Exactly.
Oh, you can Photoshop that.
Here, just use a quick snip.
Yeah.
After we were done filming it, I hit up Joe and I was like, is there any way you can salvage that part because it would still be cool? And he was just like, yeah, let me see what I can do. And he sent me the footage back and I was just like, yeah, that's cool. Like, add that in there. And then there was an embarrassing part towards like the end of the video that has me in it, which looks like I'm spinning like a fairy. So
You are a fairy, Ryan.
nah.
Yeah, we're gonna get into
But,
we're gonna get into this video in just a minute, but I just want to, again, emphasize the people that are watching tonight. Thank you guys for being here. Really appreciate it. Hope you guys have been having fun with me and my special guest, Groundless, tonight. If you guys are tuning in for the first time, this is Table Talk, and I am your host, Anthony Irvin, aka Spoken Life. Tonight's guest is Groundless. They come from the southern New Jersey area. I'm going to be debuting their latest music video for their song Denial in just a minute here. So we're going to be getting to that in a second. I am going to also, maybe I'll just say it a little bit after. But how about we get into this music video, guys? What do you think?
Absolutely.
Yeah.
Definitely.
Yeah,
Let's
do
do
it.
this.
All right, so we are going to debut the new music video by Groundless. The song is called Denial. So here we go, guys.
This
Yeah.
fucking
So
guy,
stoked,
my
yeah.
shit.
Burning inside of me, a secret
Woo!
Yeah.
Yeah, who was that band?
Bravo. Hey, who's that band?
That was fucking band. That was
Yeah,
Van
that
Halen.
wasn't
That
us.
was
Shit was
fucking
dirty.
Van Halen.
So that was Groundless's song "Denial." Make sure you guys check that out tomorrow when it airs. Are you guys having that on any
Yes.
music platforms, or just going to be on YouTube?
Yes.
Spotify, Apple Music, Bandcamp,
All-
YouTube.
both.
Oh.
Make sure you guys go stream that Spotify, Apple Music, and make sure you guys jam that out this weekend. It was
Please.
definitely
'cause
a
Harry doesn't
killer
want to
song.
go
You
through.
guys did awesome on that.
Thank you.
Thank you. Thank
So
you.
where can, if
Are you
people do not know,
sure?
where can people check you guys out, guys?
Facebook, Instagram.
Facebook, Instagram, YouTube.
Yeah.
That's pretty much it. As you can see, as you can see
Coming
from
soon.
our from the
Hey,
show,
Sean.
our handle is at ground.lessnj. That works for both Facebook and Instagram. So if you follow us both on there, you'll be in the loop.
Yeah, make sure you guys go give Groundless a follow. I really appreciated them being on the show tonight, guys. I thank you for being here. We got to definitely do this again sometime. I know we don't really have any, live music going around right now, but once we're able to actually have music, I'm sure you guys plan to, play as many shows as possible, correct?
I plan on playing so many shows that my nose bleeds.
And who knows?
There you
maybe
go.
we can
My
come
throat. Sorry, my throat bleeds. I didn't mean to say nose. I meant to say throat.
And who knows? Maybe we could come back on later.
Luke
on
says
down the
Ricky
road
killed
and
it.
Do a live performance for you.
Luke said,
Yeah.
And everyone did.
"My boy,
Thanks, bud.
my boy."
Definitely wanted to thank you for bringing us on. It was a pleasure.
Thank you, Luke, for
coming
being
on
here.
for you.
Yeah, my boy.
Yeah, definitely shout out to Luke.
Yeah, he
He did those awesome promos.
Yeah,
for
the
us.
promos, yeah.
Yeah.
Are you sure that's the right Luke? Because there's
Yeah,
several
no, it is.
Lukes.
Nah, that's
in
definitely-
every-
Shoot, there's Skywalker. Like, come on. The greatest Jedi to ever live.
That's me, motherfucker. What are you talking
Yeah,
about?
watch him out.
You know,
lady.
you watch your mouth.
Somebody's a little
But,
You shut your mouth when talking to me.
You bring your boy Ryan.
But yeah, with approval from the band, I do for Table Talk. There is a Patreon account, and if it's okay with you guys, I'd like to give out a free download to either the song or the music video to whoever signs up to my Patreon account for
Go
Table
for it.
Talk.
Yeah, for it, yeah.
Absolutely.
So
Yeah.
if
Yeah.
anybody watching wants to support the show tonight, I have 3 different tiers. Anybody who joins in any tier, they will get the either the single or the music video for free when they sign up tonight. So you can look at the description for the Facebook post here tonight. The landing page is
Do
right
that.
there. So you can become a Patreon tonight, and you guys will get the music video or the single for free. So I would love for you guys to support the show.
They can have all.
Free.
Yo, they can have all the.
You get it on that
stems, too.
5-finger.
And make sure you guys,
They can have-
support the band as well. Stream it, share it with a friend. I'm
It's
sure
a
they would
click
love it
stop.
just as much.
Clicks down.
They can have all the stems to the song too, and fucking do whatever they want with it. They can
I will
remix
come
it.
to your
I don't
house
give a
and
fuck.
tab it out for you personally.
How
Like,
about-
Brandon will personally
Yeah.
handle your IT work to make sure the song works at the best
Shit.
rate,
That hurt my ears.
at the best handling.
My fault.
There you go. So
They
yeah,
have
guys, make sure
Cheers.
to go to the Patreon account. Support us on support Table Talk on Patreon. Make sure to support Groundless on Facebook, Spotify, iTunes. Cheers to the fellas here. Cheers to everybody watching.
Cheers. Cheers.
Thank you all for
Sign
being
up
here
the
tonight.
Patreon.
My name is
They can
Anthony
have all the
Irvin. Thank you all for being here tonight. Thank you for the
Anthony!
Thank you for the continued support. Thank you for Groundless being here tonight.
You're welcome.
Hope you guys stay safe and keep rocking, guys. Hope to see you
All
guys soon.
Yeah.
And we will definitely be doing this again. I'll be seeing you all on the next episode of Table Talk. Have a great rest of the night, guys.
You too,
Alright,
man.
man.
Have a
Good
good
night,
one, man.
fella.
Have a good one, guys.
Peace.
Conquer fucking red, dude.